Hey guys, welcome to Blazing Guitars, where we talk about worship gear, music, guitar, and everything in between. My name is Blaze Nelson, and today I wanted to introduce you to modes. If you don't know what that is, it's a pretty straightforward concept with a lot of real-world applications and a lot of different ways to think about it, but I'm just going to show you the way that I learned it and how I tend to think about it. So before we jump into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, or concerns, please leave a comment below. And if you'd like to support what I'm doing on the channel, please subscribe. That would help me a lot. Or just leave a comment and give me any thoughts that you have on the video or any suggestions for future content as well. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay, so as I said at the top, there's a lot of different ways to think about modes. But the way that I think about it is like this. So we're going to be in the key of C today, which means that we're going to go from C to C, which is all the white notes. So the key of C looks like this. Okay? And then what modes are is that they're different scales using the same notes. So for example, the next mode would be if you start on the D, but play all the same notes that are in the key of C. So we're going to go like this. So D, so you can hear that has a little bit of a different flavor, even though they're the same 7 notes. So what we're going to do is start a scale on each of those notes, and let me show you how we're going to do that. So let's first come up with some terminology. So if you're going to start on the root of a scale, that's called the Ionian. Okay, the second is called the Dorian. The third is called the Phrygian. The fourth is called the Lydian. The fifth is the Mixolydian. The sixth is the Aeolian. And that's also going to be your natural minor scale, okay? So the 6th is the Aeolian, and then the 7th is the Locrian. I always like the mnemonic device, I don't play like my Aunt Lucy, right? So if you can remember those and learn those, it can help you get all the way up and down the scale, as well as add some different flavors to your solos. So let's look at these 7 scales. These scale charts are all available to download on my website. The link is below. It's a free resource for you, so I'd suggest that you go grab that, take a look over it, and then come back and finish this video. Okay, so to start these scales, we're going to be in the key of C. And normally, you would start your C all the way up here at the 8th fret. But what we're going to do is we're going to start at the Lydian, which is our 4th tone. So the Lydian is going to look like this. Okay, and we're going to go back up. Okay, and the reason I do these types of scales, they're called 3 notes per string scales. They're really fast, and then they can also help you with economy picking. And economy picking is a lot like alternate picking, except you're going to go down always on the next string. So you're using the motion from your last note on the first string to carry you into the first note on the second string, if that makes sense. So you're going to go down, up, down, down, up, down, down, as you move strings down, 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 up, down, down, new string. And you can see that I'm using that momentum from the previous note to strike the first note on the second string. And then when you're going up, you're going to go up, down, up. And then as you're moving between strings, it helps you have a more fluid motion. So if you're practicing with 3 note per string scales, then it can really help you develop some speed and some good technique there. Also, it gives you kind of 2 scales in one. So if you stop at the last note on the B string, that's 2 octaves of the Lydian scale. But if you start at the A string and play the same thing all the way through, that's 2 octaves of the Locrian. So it's kind of cool because you get 2 scales in one. So you can always take your second note of the last scale to find out your starting place on the first scale. So we're going to start on the G, which is the 3rd fret. And we're going to do 3 stretch patterns. Okay, back up. Okay, now let's do the Aeolian, which is your minor, natural minor scale. Okay, Locrian. Okay, going to your Ionian, which is the root, so we're on C, on the 8th fret. And then the Dorian, which is going to start on the 10th fret. Okay, and then finally the Phrygian on the 12th. Okay, which then takes us back to the Lydian on the 13th, which is the same as your 1. So those are 7 helpful scales to learn. It'll help you get those notes in the key of C all the way up and down the fretboard. And then if you can combine them, so like an exercise that I like to do is I go down one scale and back up the next. So I'll go down the Lydian, and then go up the Mixolydian. So all together. And that all can really just give you a lot of comfort level around your fretboard and just help you move up and down the neck. Especially if you learn them and get really fast at them, then it can just build a lot of confidence. So there you have it. I hope that was helpful. Again, I'll be doing some more videos on modes and how to think about them and even how they apply to music theory. But for now, I just wanted to kind of give you a basic concept of what they were and just give you a framework to start practicing them and to learn them. So again, if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, or concerns, please let me know. If you'd like to join my Discord, which is really small, but we have a couple guys there that are worship leaders that want to help and would be glad to answer your question, and we're just trying to create a community there. You can do so, also linked in the description below. And as always, I've been Blaze Nelson, and it's been fun hanging out with you guys. I will see you next week.